Welcome back, everybody, as we've crowned three champions already tonight. And now we head to the Challenger League to get our fourth champions, as we have two teams looking to make history and etch their names into the history books forever. We got the Hellcats, we got the Raptors, and I got Jaegers in the booth with me. As your second cast and my second cast, we don't get to take any breaks. We got hella action tonight. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm ready for more grand final action. We did have a few good ones so far. We got three more to go, however, and hopefully, after that first one, it's gonna be hard to top.
Yeah, it sure is, but this is my home league, Jaegers. I am ready for this one. These are two teams that I have watched all season. I predicted Raptors to make it to the finals, obviously losing to my own team because what kind of player would I be to not predict my own team? But I've been high on this Raptors team all season. They made a change. They lost Boxel to non-playing. Simplex, he stepped in, and they've done an amazing job to prove people wrong and get back to the title game in an effort to win their second straight, Jaegers. And I know I predicted Raptors in Game 7, but I forgot what you had predicted.
I'd predicted Raptors in six. I mean, they're just too good of a team. Hellcats, a great roster in their own right, but I mean, Raptors are just such a good roster. I see them taking it on the Forbidden Temple.
Fair enough. And we'll just run through the teams real quick while we have a second. That's Simplex, Megalodon, and Blah for the Raptors with Jake as their sub. And on the side of the Hellcats, we got Blueberry, my player to watch for, Hard Pointy, who had an incredible semifinals, so look out for him, and Ice Griff, the season 5 champion. I think season 5, looking to get another one here as we head into the Challenger League. He's got the Novice Championship. Why not throw a Challenger Championship on top, Jaegers, as this one is set to be a classic?
It certainly is. I said six Magic. I could see it going the distance. Both two very good teams. Uh, I believe it was the first game of the season. I casted it. It was Raptors versus Bishops. I said these two teams could go the distance. Raptors lived up to that. They started the season winning their first nine. Uh, kind of teetered off a little bit, but I mean they ended up where they had to, and it should be a good one here.
Yeah, and Simplex, he's not Boxel, but he definitely fills the role beautifully. An incredible goal scorer. The teammates he has, he doesn't have to do too much to get by, and they've made it to a title game. They are looking to become back-to-back champions, a feat that very few teams have been able to accomplish, and it's not often you get this opportunity, as their playoff run was not easy. They had to go through the number one team in the race, and they took them down in that Game 7, which is one of the biggest reasons I have it going to Game 7, and I have them clutching it out. They have that clutch factor, they have the ice, and they have a team in the Hellcats that is coming off an impressive performance, led by my MVP of the semifinals, Hard Pointy.
Yeah, no, Hard Pointy certainly popped off whenever he needed to. It looks like everyone joined the lobby, and we are going to get underway, Magic.
I cannot wait, and this one is going to be good. Jake Blah and Simplex will be playing, so Smegalodon not here today. Can the team have his back and get his team a championship title, as the Hellcats will have their starters? Here for this one is a pass looking for Blueberry to open up the scoring. That one will be cut off by the defense, and a full clear by Blah. Cross field, Hard Pointy, able to get the double. 50 boosts left in the tank, keeps him in a good spot to stay in the play. As looking for a pass midfield, will not find anything for Simplex. Shot opportunity for Jake, that is high off the crossbar, and no save needed. Shot potentially here from Ice Griff, high off the backboard. Blueberry with the follow-up, cleared off by Blah. Jake with the follow, up to Blah, see if they get something going here at the counterattack. Blueberry racing back to help out Ice Griff. Ice Griff has no trouble with it. Jake with the pass from Blah, that is a wide right. We got 45 seconds gone by, both teams showing they have plenty of opportunities to score so far, Jaegers.
No, both teams playing very aggressive right out the gate, and Challengers kind of that league where it starts to get serious. Both teams very mechanical, and I mean just so much pressure right out the gate, Magic.
It really is, and I mean, this performance that I saw from Hard Pointy was something that I really didn't expect. He's not the biggest name player that everybody thinks of as the carry. Most people know the name Ice Griff, and most people have come to know the name Blueberry, but so far in these playoffs, Hard Pointy has looked amazing, as that is not the touch he was looking for, but it will remain in the possession of his team until that is a beautiful interrupt by Simplex, capitalizing on the mistake and getting the first goal for the Raptors.
And Bladat's going to get that 50 ice grip, not going to get the touch he needed, and Simplex just going to make him pay for that. Raptors take first blood in this grand finals.
Yeah, their quarterfinal matchup, they didn't have too much work. It was a very scuffed situation, got them the win. But that semifinals match against the Rays going to Champions Field, they took it and earned their spot here. So it's good to see them start off on the right foot, keeping that momentum they had from their last playoff match as well. He can take the distance, but he's met up by Hardpointy, who follows up with the double with plenty of boost. Over to Ice Grip, who has no boost. The double demo by Jake will end any opportunity for that play to continue for the Raptors. And a good beat by Blueberry. Jake will leave it for Blah, who puts it high off the corner, follows it up, barely gets a piece of it, but it will be enough. But the follow from Ice Grip is quicker than the opposition, and that will relieve the pressure. 3 minutes left to go here, Jaegers. 1 goal, breaking the ice so far, but both teams looking pretty equal.
They certainly are. It just looks like the Raptors are getting a bit more pressure. They're actually, the Hellcats haven't even had a single shot on target yet. And I mean, this offensive display by the Raptors, I mean, if it weren't for the Hellcats defense, Raptors could be up by 2.
Yeah, and I did call out Hardpointy for being such an amazing player in the semis, but that one missed touch that we'll call a back pass resulted in the dunk from Blah, and then the eventual only goal in the game right now from Simplex. His Blueberry with a good read off the backboard. Had a scary moment there, but he does make the most of it. Simplex trying to bully his way through Blueberry. But the defense will have none of it, as Blueberry will get back to it. Saves 20 in the tank to play third man as Hardpointy pushes this. Dunks out Simplex. Ice Grip in the area, but Jake will be first to it. Simplex looking for the beat, but Blueberry is there first. Double commit comes through. Simplex in the right spot to keep this going, and maybe a counterattack. Has enough boost. 100 still in the tank, but he is not ready for the whiff to come through from Hardpointy, so he does not follow up on the ball. Blueberry tries to get it over Blah, but the 50 will be enough, as that is a huge dunk. Demo on the goal line by Blueberry. Blah will make a touch. Jake also there for the play. And we've seen a lot of situations where it seems like the Hellcat should have gotten a target or a shot on target, but yet they stay at 0.
Yeah, no, and that was a great demo. I believe that was Hardpointy, if I'm not mistaken, clearing up the goal, but just Hellcat still unable to find anything. Blueberry, however, going to get a nice 50 to tie up this game.
He's huge, and he's got the Finnick to get the work done. Ice Grip reading the play beautifully with the dump-off pass. Simplex, he had to try to do his best in the 1-on-2. It did a pretty good job, but just stronger on the day is Blueberry. In my opinion, one of the best players in all of Challenger, and potentially the best if he could win the title over pretty much everybody, because nobody saw it coming. Hellcats, not exactly people's preseason favorite, highly ranked the whole way, but for them to get it done here today would be very nice, as we do have a tie game with a minute left to go. This one high off the sidewall. Blah is first to it. Simplex had the boost, but was not quite ready to go up for it in time, but he will follow up and dunk out an Ice Grip, pick up the full boost on his way. But Hardpointy first to the play. A huge demo by Hardpointy, and Ice Grip with the pop. Blueberry playing a safe third man will throw it at Blah, who gladly throws it right back, and Ice Grip looking for the pass up to Blueberry. Awkward situation. I think he got a touch, but not enough to get it over the head of Jake. 30 seconds left to go here. Awkward third man Simplex does his best with it. He's been stuck in a lot of awkward situations. He does his best right there. Throws it midfield. Blah, or Blueberry with the 50 to the sidewall, picks up the 100 off the ceiling, tries to follow up, but a good touch by Blah. Jake with the follow-up. This one goes right to Simplex, but was not ready. But he will get the demo for his worries. And demo trimmed off by Ice Grip. Last 10 seconds left to go here. Hardpointy with a huge 50, no boost. We'll go for another 50. Jake is a truck getting through multiple people. Blueberry, can he get the flick over to Ice Grip? Last second, cannot do it. We have overtime in game 1.
Yeah, no, both very aggressive teams coming out here. Demos galore. And, I mean, Bladat does well there to keep a shot from on target. And, you know, Magic, whenever you start the series in OT, you know it's going to be a great one.
It sure is. And a low-scoring affair kind of tells me that both these teams, they're nervous. This is a championship game. And really, what we just saw from the Melons was much quicker gameplay in that Game 6. So hopefully both these teams can heat up when it matters most, as another demo coming through. A very physical play, as you pointed out. But a good clear by Simplex, who's playing really good defense this game and has the only goal for his team as well. So lacking Smegalodon, but doing their best to keep it going. Is Blah very awkward off the backboard. Not a great follow-up. And this one's getting scary. Jake, he is quick enough to the play. And pops it up. He can follow. A double commit comes through, but it will be a pinch. I don't think he can double this unless he lands on it. But no boost, and hard pointing will demo Simplex. And the flip reset coming through from Ice Griff, and that will finish off game one. The biggest stage, and Ice Griff, the former champion, gets it done in game one.
Big time plays, moments require big time plays, and that was a huge play by Ice Griff with the flip reset, getting it past the defense. And Magic, I can't help but feel like Hellcats stole this game away from the Raptors.
They sure did. The only goal that kept it from going a 1-0 win for the Raptors was that 50 by Blueberry. And if you don't leave Hardpoint or who was Simplex in that 1-on-2 situation, they probably just win that game in regulation. Raptors do. But they will fall here in game number one. As I'm trying to see the prediction, it's 22-10 in favor of the Hellcats. So the Hellcats starting off on the right foot, probably giving a lot of people who bet their chips on them to win a good start and a bit of confidence, as game one will go to the favorites. But we'll see what the Raptors can do to fix up their problems. No Smegalodon, so they're already up against a big task. But I feel like they did very nicely in game one. Just a few things to clean up.
Yeah, Magic, it may have been 22-10 Hellcats in the survey, but I mean, just looking at the predictions, 97% of the points is on the Hellcats. Talk about a one-sided affair. But let's see what the Raptors have to say about that in this game too.
Yeah, we already saw Sage, who was the winner on Frost in Season 5, get a championship today. And now his former teammate Ice Griff trying to do the same, as he was the difference maker in game number one with the reset over the top and overtime. Jake looking for top corner, hard pointy there. To the corner it goes, Blueberry. For Blah first there, Ice Griff finds a demo on Jake, and that will relieve a lot of pressures. A full clear, Jake racing back to this off the respawn. Has about 30 boosts to get to it, but Blueberry all over the play. Double commit comes through. Kind of scary, but a demo by Blueberry gives him a little bit more time to think. Jake off the corner. Doesn't get the boost steal, does go back to get it. So a bit of starvation coming through in the boost departments. Ice Griff doing his best to get to Blueberry. Can't do it. Hard pointy last man. He is quick enough to get it out of harm's way. Blueberry off the sidewall. Simplex all over it. Plenty of boost to stay with the play, but Ice Griff, he's there quicker. A little more sense of urgency would be nice for the Raptors here. As a double demo comes through, Jaegers, the physical play you talked about is not shying away in game number two.
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel these are two very physical teams as shown in about 3 demos in the past 30 seconds. And it works out for them. Just demos after demos after demos. But it's opening up the rotation. And, I mean, due to the sheer amount, neither team is able to get ahead due to it.
Yeah, it feels like every demo is traded off with another one. Or even when you do get that demo, it's kind of you're on defense and you're just trying to relieve the pressure to get that clear. Not a single goal has been resulted from a demo. So who really knows how much it's doing? Is that his top corner? Jake has all 3 defenders ready to make the save, but the shot was just better.
They were in the right spot too. Ice Griff pressured it. Blueberry at hardpoint just creeped up a little too much, and that is perfect placement from Jake. And that is a way to come back after losing in that game one.
Yeah, this is the same way we started off game number one. Raptors taking their 1-0 lead by really a bit of over-aggression, causing all 3 defenders to race back. We had Blueberry and Hardpointy at the same spot, looking to make a save, and they both couldn't get it done. So 1-0 start for the Raptors after dropping game one has to feel good. Blueberry getting bumped all over the place.
Oh, huge
demo by Jake. We all saw that from the same point of view. That's a tilter for Mr. Ice Griff, but he will respond, grab the 100 and stay in the play, but Jake, he's quicker to it. Off the ceiling, can't follow up. The sub is doing his best right now to fill in the big shoes of Smeg, as they have a 1-0 lead here in game number 2. Top corner, that's a shot and a half by Simplex, and there's a 2-goal lead for the Raptors.
And that was another beautifully placed shot, the same exact spot as the last one. Blueberry and Hardpoint not quite able to get the touch, and the Raptors double their lead.
Jaegers, I'm noticing a trend here. A lot of defenders sitting in net waiting for that shot, but it's just so well placed it doesn't matter. Blueberry, do you have it in you? Looking for the double, can't find it. Awkward read, had the boost, a little bit too much out of the way to go. Hard pointing, tries to go under block. He will have none of it. Blueberry there to follow up. Over the head of Jake, Blueberry gets into the midfield, but Simplex playing a great game, and a great 2 games really. Will keep it out of the danger zone. Blah looking for the demo, can't find it, but he does force Blueberry back off the play, and Hard Point will be there to cover his tracks. Simplex looking to follow up, no boost, forcing Blueberry with the clear. And it doesn't seem like the Hellcats can really get comfortable here yet.
Yeah, no, I mean, a 2-goal lead, I mean, it's good, but it's not great. A nice 50 pinch coming from Bladat, and I believe that was Simplex to clear the ball away. And I mean, just this game at least, Hellcats don't seem to have an answer.
Really don't. It's Hard Point. He forced to make another save. He has 3 already. Blueberry will help out, but that is placed. Another one. Perfect spot where nobody can make the save. Simplex is in his bag.
And they really like the right side of that goal, don't they, Magic? Just not a lot of power, but the precision, the accuracy to slot it through the defense. And the Raptors sitting comfortably in this game too.
Maybe they've done their film study and they've noticed a weak spot, because that right side of the goal, you're right, has been the home of all 4 Raptors goals so far. There's a double commit coming through. Blah will stay on it. They won't result in any disaster. Can't ground pinch it in. Simplex is there. Ice Grip with the save. Jake the follow-up. Huge save by Hard Pointy, forcing 2 people up as Blueberry was not expecting to help. So they will have a second to breathe here, but Hard Pointy just throwing it away to a full boost. Jake, who does the same. And we need to see a little bit more possession plays coming through, as 3 goals is the task here for Hellcats. And they can't just keep throwing the ball away to the defense, as a demo coming through will help out in the offense, but Simplex will give him one right back. Hard Pointy will catch it as he spawns into the field. Ice Grip looking for the first of the game. Double commit comes through. Ice Grip trying to help out, get a pass. It will not happen. Jake is too strong. 4 saves coming through. No goals for the Hellcats. And time is ticking away quickly for game number 2. And we might just have a tied series at the end of this second game. Simplex takes the 50 off the sidewall. And you'd have to think surely that will do it. Raptors, you said, they look like really the better team in game number 1. If it wasn't for some unfortunate events, they will prove it in game number 2, Jaegers.
Yeah, and you know, Magic, one thing that really stands out to me, I feel like we've had more demos in these first 2 games than we've had in the previous series combined. These are 2 very aggressive teams, and you know it's working out for them. Raptors with all the pressure, even saving one from, I believe that was Ice Griff, just a little bit too slow to take the shot, and Jake just decimated him right there.
Yeah, and I mean, losing Boxel after, I think, the 9th game, they started 9-0 and they lost Boxel. You have to think that was probably a death sentence, and probably the best player at the time in all of Challenger. But Simplex was the guy to step in, and he has single-handedly really carried his team to almost a game 1 victory, but then the game 2 victory, as he was all over the place, plotting goals where they needed to be put, and a game 2 victory ties us up heading into game number 3 for the Challenger Grand Finals. Simplex, first to this one off the kickoff, has enough boost to put it midfield, but both Blah and Jake playing very defensively. Will not have a follow-up. Jake trying to follow. Simplex was in the area as well. Bit of chaos here for the Hellcats. The whip comes through from Ice Grip, but Blueberry is all for it as he has a banging clear. Jake can't find the read. Ice Grip looking for the midfield pass. He does get it. Where's the shot? Blueberry was not ready for it to get by the defense, and that's the opportunities that they have to put away.
Yeah, no, that was just very awkward for Blueberry. He drove one way, and then the ball went the other. He had to turn around and kind of redirect his car at the moment's notice. Wasn't able to get behind. But those are 2 very dangerous situations for the Raptors that Hellcats haven't been able to capitalize on so far.
Yeah, the demos have been the story of the series, but yet I feel like no goal has resulted from demos. It's Hard Pointy and Ice Grip kind of getting awkward there in the midfield. Both playing for the same ball. Simplex takes up the mid boost and is happy to watch his opponent with the ball, leaving a free ball. That is dunked out big time. So no follow-up. Ice Grip to the corner. Good read by Blah. And Simplex with the demo to keep anybody off the play. Good beat over 1. Doesn't pick up the mid boost. Will probably steal the corners. Jake looking for the air dribble dunked out by Blueberry. And Blueberry, he's had a very quiet series so far.
Oh my.
As that one is almost top corner. Simplex, you try to put it top left, top right, it's in for sure. As you know that right side of the goal is just nights, or good night, lights out. And Jake, he'll beat up two people here from the Hellcats. And a whiff comes through, open net, but nobody ready for it, Jaegers. And we still stay at 0-0.
Yeah, no, it seems to me there have been, like, both teams are playing too patient right now, not being the team to want to go down by one game, but Blueberry gonna put it top ends and in off the pass from Griff. And you know that was a perfectly placed shot, Magic.
And that's the Blueberry I've been waiting to see. The highest MMR player on his team, probably in the lobby at 1603. Yeah, he is well above anybody else. The only 1600 on the pitch. And that was the first real instance of showing his accuracy, putting it top ends and giving the Hellcats their first lead of the series during a regulation. So they'll be happy to have it. Simplex puts it along the pitch, forcing two. Jake there will throw it at Blah. A really good touch. He cannot read it off the corner. And that's a very awkward situation. Jake, he will get back to it. That one pinches over its head to the backboard. Simplex looking for the squishy save, and he does so very nicely to relieve the pressure, as that was getting very scary for a second. Ice Griff picks up the 100 boost in the midfield. They're expecting a teammate to be there, and they're not. So the possession will go to the Raptors, looking to get one goal to tie us up, because we sit in a tied series right now, and neither team wants to drop this game 3 and fall down in the grand finals. Blah gets it over one. Hardpointy has no trouble with it. Blueberry over to Ice Griff. Ice Griff, great touch. Demos galore, and Ice Griff will throw it to Hardpointy with the back pass. And Hardpointy will do his best to set up the offense. That's right to Blueberry. Blueberry looking for the bottom right. Right at Blah, and he will pay for it with a demo. 2 minutes left to go here, Jaegers. Raptors got to do something right now.
Yeah, and I mean, 2 minutes left, only down by one. It's still anyone's game, but I can't help but laugh at the fact that if your head's not on the swivel in this game, you're going to get demoed. Both teams head hunting at this point, and you know the way it feels, it seems like scoring goals is a secondary objective. They're going for the opposing team, and you know if a goal comes as a result, then it comes.
Yeah, that is an open net, and finally a goal will result from a demo, and that one is huge for the Hellcats, as it really does put a lock on this game, especially from the lack of offense.
Just a nice heads-up play by Ice Griff, clearing the lane for Hardpointy, who's just going to put it in the back of the net. And with a minute left, I mean, the Raptors could come back in this game 3, but the way Hellcats have been playing defense is going to be very difficult.
Yeah, the physical play has been laughable at sometimes. Feels like when you're not really warm or comfortable with the nerves of grand finals, just chase a demo. You can't mess that one up. As another shot comes on target, the Raptors, they only have 2 on target, that one being their second of a 4-minute game. As Hardpointy and Blueberry both in the same spot, and Ice Griff will throw it to the corner. Bilal, not the best touch, throws it to the corner himself, and this is scary. Ice Griff with an open net, and he does put it away. So Hellcats, they are big-time favorites in this series. After dropping game 2, they have bounced back nicely in game 3.
And Ice Griff doing very well to all but secure this game number 3 with the shot. And if you're the Raptors, the last 40 seconds, you're really trying to use that as an extra timeout. You're trying to figure out how to get past this Hellcats defense, because right now nothing seems to be working.
Yeah, this is I mean, Speckledon, I think, is in top 5 for demos this season. So it's really interesting to see when he's not here, we see even more demos come through. It seems like they're trying to fill in the gaps of demos that are missing with the lack of Speckledon. And I think it's working out. They just can't seem to put the goals on target, because right now they trail 3-0 after tying us up in the series. The last game, Simplex looking for bottom right. This one will be saved away. Blau with the follow-up, puts it off the backboard. No problem for Blueberry, but Hardpoint does fly across the screen. But it really won't mean too much as time ticks away. And this one is all but over. A 2-1 series lead, Jaegers, for the Hellcats. Can they get it done in game 4?
Hey, that is the question moving forward. Hellcats, a nice win here, up by 3. And if you're the Raptors, this next game is extremely pivotal. Do you take the time out here? You're only down by 1, but if you lose the next one, you could be down by 2 and on series point. So if I'm the Raptors, I do want to take this in the entirety of this last minute. And one thing I'm noticing, Jake only had 38 score. He needs to get more involved with the play. He needs to put some more shots on target because he played extremely well in that game too. And Raptors won as a result. So if the Raptors want to win moving forward, Jake needs to get moving. Jake needs to get involved.
Yeah, he sure does. I mean, we all know he's the sub that's coming in for Smeg, and he did fine in the first two games, but that last game, you're right, that is not performance you can have if you want to win a championship. So we'll see if he can step it up and help his team out to try to tie the series back up. Because that would felt like the first game where it felt like a clear, better team in a game. Both the first two games, very close. And play is Iceberg looking for top corner. You had to think he was probably going to put that away with the way he's playing in the series, but he couldn't do it. A huge bump, hard pointing, not fast enough. What a save from Blah! One of the top scorers so far this season. I think number 4 in total score. And he's showing why, getting an epic save right there and vaulting his team to hopefully some momentum, get the comms rolling. Because that is huge. Icegriff looking to take it the distance. Blah, he is there again and playing some great Rocket League right now.
Oh my goodness, I sort of just assumed that was in Magic. It looked like an open net. Someone got bumped out the way, and then Blah just came out of nowhere with the epic save to keep the score tied. What a play.
That's the saves you have to make. Those are the goals that feels like they normally just go in and then you just lose. But you make that save. That is one less goal. It's hard pointy. He's just too strong. Jake tried his best, but it wasn't enough as it does squeeze into the top corner.
Yeah, no, I mean, Simplex caught a little bit out of position, and Jake tried to get the good save there, but what was just out-muscled, and Hellcats picking up where they left off back in game number 3 with the goal.
Yeah, no 1-0 start for back-to-back games here. Block gets it over 1. Blueberry racing back, gets the save. Blueberry, the number 1 player in Challenger in total score this season. He was pretty quiet in the last game, so if he could step up here in this next game, it's lights out for the Raptors. We're going full team effort, all 3 of them getting rolling. This one, looking for top corner, Simplex. He's so accurate. This guy can shoot.
Yeah, no, I mean, Hardpoint did his best to clear it. Simplex just a little bit quicker, though, and top bins and ties up the score. And man, that was a pivotal shot right there, Magic.
Simplex, he wants it so bad. The way he's playing is worthy of a champion. But right now, it's just not enough. But it will be a tie game and a very interesting spot in this series where it could go either way. Icegriff looking for the clanger off backboard, hard pointing the follow-up. That is not what we're looking for. We'll call it a pass. Blueberry not ready for it. And Simplex will try to play it low under Blueberry. But Blueberry will read it very easily. Icegriff looking for the shot. Another save by Simplex. And Blah with the follow-up. That is an open net. And I think it's just going to roll in. Blah will finish the play off. And he is sitting at already plus 300 plus score and having a great game number 4.
And just the unfortunate double commit there for the Hellcats. Blah hits those every day of the week. And I mean, you just can't have those at this point in the season, Magic. Your comms need to be on point. And like, you just need to be operating at a well-oiled machine, not only to win the championship, but just to win in Challenger.
Yeah, and Jake had another chance to put a goal away there. Not the best shot, so the Hellcats will stay alive in this game, only trailing by 1. Blah, plenty of time, but not comms well, so he just throws it away. And Simplex will have to make a diving attempt to get a piece of that. Blah up quick, but Blueberry's quicker, and he doubles it off for the back pass, and a great clear by Icegriff. Not ready is the defense, and Simplex will pay for it with his life. Blah, he'll follow up, get it past 1, get it past 2. Hardpoint, he has the full boost, so he'll have no trouble with this. But it's right to the waiting arms of Simplex. The demo comes through by Blueberry. Jake is huge. That is on top of the defender's forehead in the 3rd goal of the game.
That was payback for the Hellcats goal earlier in this game. Jake, nice dunk over the defender. Good pass from Simplex. And Raptors in a more breathable position with 2 minutes left.
This feels like more of the team we saw in game number 2, where they were actually putting shots on target and looking good. Icegriff had a chance there, but it gets cleared away. He does get the demo for his struggles. And Hardpoint, he throws it to Icegriff. Icegriff looking for Blueberry, but Blueberry not on the same page. Playing a much safer position, which really you need to be all out right now. Down 2 with 2 minutes left to go. Hardpoint, he throws it at Blah. Blah, no trouble. To the sidewall. Icegriff follows it up. Blah.
Oh my.
He is all over it. That rolls all the way, but Hardpoint, he gets back in time. Simplex looking for the pass midfield. Jake is quicker. He cannot double it. And Blah, his rotation very far back means Icegriff will try to play it over, but he cannot. And Hardpoint to the sidewall. It feels like Blueberry is not on the same page as his teammates right now. I feel like I'm saying the names Icegriff and Hardpoint a lot. And Blueberry is nowhere to be seen until he tells me to shut up and he puts it dead center of the net.
Well, you know, Magic, it's a cast or curse. I saw immediately whenever you started mentioning that the pass to Blueberry, he's just going to tap it around the defender, cutting the lead in half. And I mean, that's a cast or curse if I ever did see one.
Yeah, and Blueberry's playing great Rocket League, but he's not having that same impact we're used to. So it's nice to see him put that one away. He's one of the top goal scorers in the league. It's Hardpoint looking for the shot. He can't get it, but Icegriff, he is locked in right now, and that's a tie game.
And I mean, for a second there, I thought Hardpoint had it, and then Icegriff on the rotation just has a nice little turnaround, hits it bottom right corner, and we have a tie ball game.
Yeah, Icegriff sitting around 60 goals in the season, so he is no sloucher himself when it comes to finishing off a play. Hardpoint looking to make it happen himself. He does draw 2 defenders, so Blueberry will have a little bit of time, but Blah is so quick to the play. Icegriff 30 boost, just throws it to the ceiling. And he will be able to follow up somehow, as nobody was really too urgent to that play. Blueberry up to this one. He uses every last drop of boost to throw it to Simplex. Jake hunting for a demo. He's going to turn for the pass. He does get a shot, and Hardpoint almost own goals it, and Blah will force him to make another save. Icegriff to the corner. Jake able to follow up. Is that one top left? It might just be. It's barely off, and Icegriff will catch it. No boost. Interesting pinch. Hardpoint, he's there.
Oh,
top
my.
bins, he puts it away. The Hellcats just won't go away.
And the Hellcats were on the verge of conceding until they weren't. What a pass from Icegriff to Hardpoint, and Simplex not able to make it back in time. And with 20 seconds left, the Raptors need to make the comeback here, or else they are going to be down 2 games. And I mean, we've seen the comeback so far today, down by 3, and it's just I'm not sure if the Raptors are going to be able to recover from this.
And 5 seconds left to go here. Possession for the Hellcats. But finally, full boost Simplex throws it up to himself, but a huge dunk by a Hardpoint, and nobody home as they were all out, so nobody there catched it. And the Hellcats will take their 3-1 lead. And this is surely where the timeout has to come through. They didn't take it last game, as you pointed out. And really, Blah had an amazing game. Simplex played great. Jake, he did much better. But the Hellcats, they were just better this game.
No, they really were. And I mean, the Raptors were doing so well up until like about a minute left. Then the Hellcats managed to score 3 goals in that span. Just a good showing by the Hellcats, able to come back. And I can't help but feel like that's another game the Raptors had stolen from them.
Yeah, it does feel like that. And now the timeout not being called yet. They are taking their time on the lobby here. So they're getting every last second of the 60 that they can to talk things over and calm their mental down. But with 10 seconds left to go here, I don't think that timeout's coming through. And they're just going to head to game number 5, I believe. Not really in the best spot.
No, it really isn't. I mean, a 3-1 deficit's very hard to come back from. I mean, I think they can come back from it, but I mean, the Hellcats have persevered every time they've been down and managed to find a comeback. So it's going to be tough for the Raptors. Do I think they can win this next one? I do. But I don't see them taking the series at this rate.
Well, Jaegers, I'll give you a fun little fact. Flashback to the semifinals. Raptors versus Wraiths. The Wraiths were up 3-1 with a chance to secure their spot in the grand finals, and the Raptors won 3 in a row. So if any team's going to do it, the Raptors know how. They have the formula. Icegriff dumps it off the Hardpoint. Blah picks up the mid boost. He beats out one, tries to get a little bit of help from his teammate. Simplex is there to catch it, picks up the mid boost. Does he have it in him? That is well off target. Going the wrong way. He'll just keep it going to the corner. Ice Grip, can he get it past Jake? Mistouch, but Blueberry is there to help out. Blah, no boost. Jake tries to get it, and he does. Double commit comes through. Scary situation, but they will survive it. Simplex off the sidewall. Jake will interrupt. Tries to throw it to his own corner. Got by a second of time. Double commit comes through. This is the window that they need. Simplex down to the midfield. Nobody there, but Blah will catch it and try to make the best of the play. He throws it to the corner where Hardpointy, not really the boost to follow up. This is scary for a second. Ice Crypt just sitting there. Means Jake has a free ball. He'll leave it for his teammate. Simplex bottom right. Save comes through by Blueberry. Minute gone by. We are scoreless, but really, it looked like a much better Raptors performance early on.
Most definitely. I mean, they're getting the shots on target. They're half straight away from the demos from what I've noticed. Hardpoint, a nice chance here, and he's going to put in bottom left with the bounce shot, and the Hellcats take the lead in this pivotal game number 3. Game 5, one game away from winning it all. Oh my.
We're playing that game number 3. I mean, I think the Raptors will be down, but you're right, Blueberry with a great pass, and bottom left is the shot from Hardpointy. That's the duo that we saw link up so many times, Hardpointy and Blueberry in the semifinals, and they finally are able to find each other for a pass and play and get the Hellcats rolling. Third straight game starting off with a 1-0 lead. Last game they then dropped 3 goals in a row before finally coming back. So let's see if they can avoid that extra step of giving up 3 goals for their win. Ice Griff has the boost to follow, gets the pinch, and a good pinch in that. Very awkward here for Jake and Simplex. Jake does a pretty good job with it. Double commit comes through. Jake will catch it, flicks it high. Simplex maybe demoed off screen. Ice Griff with another pinch. Becoming very fond of these pinches, trying to set something up. And Simplex will dunk him out. The midfield Blueberry trying to set up Hardpointy yet again. Hardpointy will dunk out one. Tries to follow up, will fake it. Forcing Blah to make a touch, and the team up comes through. Buying a second of time, but Blueberry right back on the play. He's still there with the dunk. 20 boost, looking for a 50. Can't find it because it's a whiff, and Ice Grip is there. That is a misplay on defense by the Raptors, and Ice Grip will capitalize.
And just good positioning by Ice Grip. A few whiffs on the defense, and I mean, Ice Grip where he needed to be at the perfect moment. Hellcats up by 2, and 2.5 minutes away from winning it all.
Yeah, the Season 5 Frost Boys are performing on Grand Finals Saturday. And Ice Grip with another goal to his name. Well over 60 or so for the season. Having himself a great season and a great Grand Finals. Jake trying to breathe some life into this team. Who are backs against the walls, facing triple match point, and they're down 2 in this game. Ice Grip over the top of 1. Jake has a ball to go for here with 100 boost. Is able to follow up with a 50. Gets it past 1, but Hardpointy all over it. Ice Grip follows up. Hardpointy looking for the demo, making things awkward for Blah. Demo comes through onto Blueberry. Simplex puts it along the field. Blah is there. Over to Simplex. Simplex, where's the pass? Where's the shot? It will be cut off. And Blueberry will clear it along Jaegers. It seems like time's running out on the Raptors season.
I mean, time's running out fast, and they need to get out of their half. They've had a few clears, but each time they clear, the Hellcats have answered time and time again. And with a minute and 30 seconds left, the Raptors need to do something now.
They sure do, and Blueberry, he's going to throw it right back into their zone. We get to see really any crazy shot from Blueberry, and it feels like if he does it right now, that'll just hurt like nothing else for the Raptors. As he has boost to work with here, gets it over 1. Heals the mid as well, stays in the play, but Ice Grip is quicker to it, so he'll call him off. And Blueberry will be demoed off screen, a Hardpointy as well. Blah with a huge save to keep maybe some hope for his team here. Looking to become back-to-back champions, and that is not how to do it. Just a straight-up whiff, and I feel like that's the last straw.
Absolutely magic. All momentum is on the Hellcat side. Blah just not able to find the save, and I mean, the comeback is possible, Magic, but highly unlikely, especially with all the momentum being on Hellcats. The Raptors need to score almost now if they want to have any chance finding a way to come back.
Yeah, and I just hate to admit it, but the Hellcats, they just look better. They look like a better team, and their cohesion together. There's very few gaps and very few goals being given up against this Hellcats defense. They are locking things down as Blueberry puts it high. It will be saved by Blah, who has his third save of the game. Blueberry forced to make a save and gets his third save of the game. There are multiple savior medals coming through here in game number 5. That one's high. Simplex, he'll make a save. Another one barely off target from Blueberry, and a follow-up will not be there to finish it off. But it will not matter. 10 seconds ticking away here. Ice Grip is a or a two-time champion. Now we have a new champion in Blueberry and Hard Pointy, and this team, they get it done. And the Hellcats, they are your challenger champions.
Yeah, and that's the first chip by the Hellcats. What a performance by them. Raptors played well also, but I mean, tonight, the Hellcats were just a better team.
They really were, and that is a well-deserved title for this team. That I mean, everybody predicted them to win pretty much, and they got it done. I had the Raptors in 7. I really believed in them, especially when they fell down 3-1. I'm like, oh, it's the script again. They did this last time, but the Hellcats are having none of it, and that will end off the Challenger season with a bang. 5-game series, but still pretty action-packed, as we do have our champions in the Hellcats getting it done. Hell of a season for the Raptors, but playing without one of their starters has to suck, and they will fall just barely short of going back-to-back.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a good season for them. Very disappointed they didn't have their starters. But I mean, even if they did, I'm not sure with the way the Hellcats were playing if it would have meant much. Ice Griff was popping off. I mean, every person on that Hellcats roster was popping off, and it wasn't really a super good return for whoever picked Hellcats in the points channel points. But I mean, it was something.
Yeah, it was, and I'm glad I didn't bet on that game because I probably would have bet on Raptors and they fell just short. But we finally have caught up, Jaegers. We have finally had a quick series to get us back on track so we can get this rival championship and the Titan championship done on schedule. So we will waste no more time. It's been a pleasure, Jaegers. That's 4 grand finals in the books. We have 2 more to go.
See you.